Hello everyone! In this video I'm going to show you the new way to install mods in Distance. Originally I was going to make a slideshow, but I realized that it's actually so much easier to install mods now that I really don't need to go through all of that. So I'm just going to show you what you need to do to install mods. And yeah, let's just get started on this right now. So the first thing you're going to need to do is open up the Thunderstore website. This is the first page on the Thunderstore website, and what you're going to need to do from here is install the Thunderstore. To do that, you just need to click on the Get App button right here, and you'll install the Thunderstore app. Yeah, and the installer will tell you the steps that you need to follow to install the Thunderstore app. It's really simple. So I'm not really going to go over that. So once you have Thunderstore installed, excuse me, the next thing that you need to do is, well, open up the Thunderstore app. And that's what it looks like right there. So once you have it opened, the next thing you'll need to do is search for a game. So obviously the game that we're installing mods for is Distance, so search for Distance, and there it is right there. Select that game, and it's going to open up to a profile selection. Now, I already have a couple profiles already, and you might want to make a custom profile for yourself, so instead of using defaults. So let's create a new profile. I'm just going to call this Distance Mods in all caps, because why not? Alright, so now that we have that profile created and it's already selected because it's highlighted in blue, let's select that profile and you'll be taken to this page. Now, here is where you can get the mods. So let's click on the Get Mods button, and these are all the mods that are currently on the Thunderstore. There will be more coming in the future, but Thunderstore was set up for Distance rather recently, so not all of the mods are there yet, but a lot of the big important ones are. So the mod I'm going to install first is the Distance Mod Configuration Manager. This is probably the most important mod to install because it allows you to edit the settings of mods while you're in-game, which is a lot better than, closing the game and then editing the mod settings and reopening the game. That would suck. So let's download this mod first. Just going to download that. So this will download two separate mods. It will download the mod configuration manager and the BepInEx pack. What's the BepInEx pack? BepInEx is the mod loader that we're now using. We're not using Centrifuge anymore. We're now using BepInEx. And we're using it because it's compatible with the Thunderstore and R2 Modman, which I'll detail what R2 Modman is a bit later into the video. So, before we open the game, the first thing that we're going to need to do is edit config, because BepInEx has one thing that needs to be changed in order to load mods. So I'm going to show you what that is. So go to edit config right here, and we're going to scroll all the way to the bottom, right under preloader entry point. And here's what we're going to need to change. We're just going to need to change this value right here to not say core module. It should just say unityengine.dll because Distance is an old Unity game. It does not use core module. And that's it. That's all you really need to change. But whenever you open Distance, whenever you open modded Distance, there's going to be a console window that shows up on the side. And if you don't want that console window to show up every single time you open Distance Modded, all you gotta do is change logging console enabled to false. And make sure you click save. There you go, now it's saved. So now we can open Distance, but I already have it open right now, so I'm actually gonna go and close Distance real quick. Just to show you what it looks like, and also prove that this works. Alright, I exited out the game. So now, from inside the Thunderstore window, you're going to want to click this button right here, this modded button. This will open the game with the mods that, we just installed. So, we're just going to wait for a bit for that to happen. Let me get rid of this window. Alright. So now that we've loaded distance with the mods installed, or mods, we only have one mod right now. Bada boom! So the distance mod configuration manager adds this line in the top left of the screen saying, you know, how many mods that you have loaded, and we only got one mod loaded right now. And as for more proof that this mod is here, we now have this mod settings menu in the options where, well, we can change the settings of different mods. This one, you know, you could just toggle whether or not the version info shows up in the menu screen or not. I prefer having it there because it's just nice to see. And yeah, that's how you mod distance. It's way easier. It's really simple. Now for people who use the custom car mod, things are a tiny bit different from before. So let me just show you. It's really simple, but it's a little bit different. So just going to show you, everybody who likes using custom cars, I'm going to show you how it's a little bit different, and yeah, just go from there. So let me pull up the window and the recording. Boom. Okay, so let's install the custom car mod right now. Let's do that. We're going to go to Git Mods, custom car mod. We're going to download that. So now we have custom car installed. In the previous video, this is where I would tell you how to load custom cars with the custom car mod, but that information is outdated. So I'm going to tell you how to do it now, just really quickly. So custom cars are actually now on, they're on the Thunderstore now, but not every single custom car is on the Thunderstore. That's still going to take some time. You know, a lot of custom car creators are going to need to set aside some time in order to upload their cars onto the Thunderstore. So in the meantime, if there are more cars that you want to get, you're still going to have to go to the GitHub to get, you know, all the cars that you want to get. And I'm just going to show you real quick how to do that. So in the Thunderstore app, you're going to have to go to the settings in your profile and browse your profile folder, and I'll tell you where the folder needs to be to like where to place the cars you download from the GitHub. So you click on BepInEx, you go inside the BepInEx folder, and you go inside the plugins folder, and that is where you're going to place any of the cars that you've downloaded from GitHub. It needs to be somewhere within the plugins folder. And you know, personally, I make a folder within the custom car mod folder, call it assets, and place all the cars downloaded from the GitHub into that folder. But you can do it anywhere within plugins. But the folder has to be inside of plugins. And as long as it's inside of there, it will load the custom car. You just have to make a folder somewhere inside of the plugins folder, and it will load any custom car that you download, as long as the car file is inside of the plugins folder. And that's it. That's how you load custom cars, quick and easy. But if you have previously installed Centrifuge, the Thunderstore install is not really going to work correctly. So here's what you need to do first before you install Thunderstore at all. All right, you need to go to Steam, right-click on Distance, and go to Manage and browse your local files. It's going to pull up a window to your file explorer, and you need to find the distance data folder. It should be in your local distance folder. You're going to see a folder named distance data. Delete it. Don't worry, we're gonna get it back. So in order to get the distance data folder back, you need to right click on distance inside of Steam again, go to properties. It's going to pull up a window, and from there you need to go into the installed files and click on verify integrity of game files. This will re-download the distance data folder and put all of your stuff into place. Now the reason why you need to do this is because Centrifuge actually modifies some of the files within there, and Thunderstore doesn't like that. So you just gotta do this, just delete the distance data folder, and then verify integrity of game files to reinstall the distance data folder, and Centrifuge will be gone. You won't have to worry about anything Centrifuge anymore. And you should also delete like any other centrifuge files that might be there, like the centrifuge mod folder. You might want to get rid of that just in case. I'm pretty sure you could leave it in there, but just in case, you should just delete that too. And yeah, that's all you should need to do. You'll have to, go back to the beginning of this video to go through the steps again on how to install Thunderstore, but that's essentially it. If you have centrifuge, you need to get rid of your centrifuge files, and that's how you do it. And that's it. That's all I need to add. All right. Enjoy the mods or whatever. I don't know.